Welcome to Comparative VPN YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to compare ExpressVPN and NordVPN to determine which one is a better VPN and which one you should go for. So, if you're in the market for a premium VPN with great performance and rock-solid security, that's also going to be great for streaming and torrenting, you're looking at two top-spec VPNs with a few differences that we're going to address in our ExpressVPN versus NordVPN comparison. I will compare their ease of use, speeds, streaming capabilities, server network, support, pricing and security, and see who is the winner at the end of the video. But before I do that, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever we publish a new VPN comparison like this. Let's start off with ease of use. Both VPNs come with outstanding device support, which means that you can install both NordVPN and ExpressVPN on a variety of systems such as Windows, iOS, Android, macOS, Linux, routers, smart TVs, Chromecast, Fire TV and many others. Also, ExpressVPN gives you 5 and NordVPN 6 simultaneous connections in a single account. The good thing about both of these VPNs is that their apps are pretty much the same on all platforms, so if you know how to use NordVPN or ExpressVPN on your computer, for example, you will know exactly how to use them on all other devices. In my ExpressVPN versus NordVPN comparison, in this section, my goal is to tell you which VPN is easier to use, and honestly, although both of them are very easy to use, I think that ExpressVPN is a bit easier. To connect to the server you want in ExpressVPN, you just need to open a server list, choose the location you want, double-click on it, and ExpressVPN will establish a connection in 1 or 2 seconds. NordVPN functions the same. On the side, we have the server list, and all we have to do is click on the server we want, after which NordVPN establishes a connection in 2 or 3 seconds. Where ExpressVPN does a better job is in the settings menu. Everything is laid out pretty well, with each setting and feature displayed properly so that you don't miss an automatic kill switch, split tunneling and a choice of protocols that ExpressVPN offers. In NordVPN, that's quite different. You need to click on the gear icon above to open the settings menu, and then in the general settings you can find an ad blocker, CyberSec, whereas in the autoconnect settings, for some reason you can choose which VPN protocol you will use. I simply don't like NordVPN's menu layout as much as I like ExpressVPN's, albeit I must admit that NordVPN definitely looks better and more modern. So, in this ExpressVPN versus NordVPN comparison, ExpressVPN wins. Now, let's move on with our comparison by talking about security. And let me be clear, both of these VPNs are very secure and have external audits, making it a tough comparison to make. But things are about to get interesting. First off, ExpressVPN and NordVPN both use military-grade encryption, they both have an automatic kill switch, split tunneling, and IPv6 and DNS leak protection for the highest possible level of security. In terms of VPN protocols, ExpressVPN offers more options. You can go for Lightway, OpenVPN, IKEv2 and L2TP, whereas in NordVPN you can only choose from OpenVPN and NordLynx. NordLynx and Lightway are two proprietary protocols from NordVPN and ExpressVPN respectively. They're both based on WireGuard and both offer a great combination of performance and security. What about privacy policies? Well, I need to point out that both NordVPN and ExpressVPN have an external audit on their privacy and security features, including privacy policies by PricewaterhouseCoopers, which is the biggest auditor company in the VPN industry. And as you can see, ExpressVPN will not store information about IP addresses, browsing history, traffic destination, and DNS queries. ExpressVPN even proved that at one point, in a case that you can read more about on the official Wikipedia page of ExpressVPN. NordVPN is pretty much the same. It will not store IP addresses, traffic data, session information, bandwidth usage and so forth. And while this information is verified by PricewaterhouseCoopers, as you can see on the screen, NordVPN had a major incident in 2018. This was a security breach on one of NordVPN's third-party servers that was luckily fixed very quickly with no serious consequences, but had a major impact on NordVPN's trustworthiness because it advertises itself as a security and privacy powerhouse. After the security breach, NordVPN didn't have any incidents like this and is now a safe and secure VPN, much like ExpressVPN. So we call this round of ExpressVPN versus NordVPN comparison a draw. The next comparison is the streaming test, where I will try to unblock the US Netflix catalog and BBC iPlayer with both VPNs. As you can hear by my accent, I'm not located in the US, so when I search for the movie Batman: The Killing Joke, which is available exclusively on Netflix US, I can't find it. But when I get a US IP address from ExpressVPN and NordVPN, I should be able to find this movie successfully, so let's move on with ExpressVPN versus NordVPN comparison by testing out ExpressVPN first. I will click here to open the server list, choose all locations, click on Americas and double click on the United States to get a US IP address. Now let's refresh the page and see whether or not we can find the movie. And after refreshing the page, I can see the movie right here, which means that I successfully unblocked the US catalog of Netflix. Let's click on it and see if I can watch it. And it works flawlessly, but I must stop the footage to prevent any copyright issues. If I move to BBC iPlayer and try to watch this show, for example, it says that I'm not located in the UK, so I can't access the show I want. Now I will get the UK IP address from ExpressVPN and try to unblock BBC iPlayer. With the UK IP address in place, let's refresh the page. And now the geo restriction message is gone, so let's try to watch the show once again. And once again, it works flawlessly, but I must blur the footage to prevent any copyright claims. With the test completed, we can see that ExpressVPN works with both Netflix and BBC iPlayer, and we also must mention that it can unblock at least 15 Netflix catalogs including Netflix US, UK, Canada, Italy, Germany, Australia, Japan and many others, which is a huge plus for ExpressVPN. Let's check NordVPN now. Once again, I will connect to the server in the United States and try to unblock Netflix US. So let's refresh the page now, and as you can see, I successfully found the movie, which once again works flawlessly. Back to BBC iPlayer, let's connect to the server in the United Kingdom. And now let's refresh the page to see if it works. Once again, the geo restriction message has disappeared, so let's click here to watch the show and see if we can do it. As you can see once again, BBC iPlayer works flawlessly as well. Given that NordVPN is as good as ExpressVPN in my streaming test, this round is also a draw, making it 3-2 for ExpressVPN. After our streaming test, we need to see which VPN is faster, ExpressVPN or NordVPN. The testing procedure is very simple here, and will quickly determine which VPN is better for streaming, downloading and browsing the web. First, I will show you my native internet speeds that you can see on the screen, and then I will test two VPN servers, one in Europe, Bulgaria, which is very close to me, and then I will use the US server that is far away to see how big the speed reduction will be. Let's start with ExpressVPN. I will connect to the VPN server in Bulgaria, after which I will visit the speed test website again and initiate the test. As you can see, the speeds are pretty much the same as my native internet speeds, and surprisingly, the ping didn't increase very much, which is very impressive. Let's connect to the US server now, and then visit the speed test website and start the test one more time. As expected, my ping exceeded 100 milliseconds, but my upload and download speeds are relatively preserved, making little to no difference when streaming or browsing the web. It's time to test NordVPN now, and I've already connected to the VPN server in Bulgaria, so let's initiate the test and check out the results. This time, NordVPN shows great results, and for a server that's not very far from my actual location, it stands neck to neck with ExpressVPN. If I go back to the app and connect to the US server now, and then initiate a speed test for the last time, I can see quite a difference between the two VPNs. The ping is even higher, while upload and download speeds are definitely slower than what I got with ExpressVPN, especially due to the higher ping that makes page loading times slightly longer. So it's pretty clear that ExpressVPN is faster than NordVPN, which is backed up by the 4 speed tests I've done. One comparison where NordVPN clearly beats ExpressVPN is when we talk about the server network. And you don't have to be an award-winning mathematician to see the obvious. NordVPN has 5,200 servers in 59 countries, whereas ExpressVPN has 3,000 servers in 94 countries. Sure, ExpressVPN has better server distribution, covering more countries than NordVPN, but on the other hand, having 5,000 plus servers is quite impressive, and we must mention that ExpressVPN has many virtual servers in countries like Pakistan, Vietnam and many others. Also, NordVPN has different types of servers like P2P, obfuscated servers for bypassing censorship, and onion over VPN servers for browsing the dark web with Tor. So overall, NordVPN wins this round of ExpressVPN versus NordVPN comparison, making it 4-3 for ExpressVPN. Before we talk about the pricing, we need to check customer support of both VPNs. Being top-of-the-line VPN providers, ExpressVPN and NordVPN offer 24/7 customer support that you will be able to contact directly through the live chat. On ExpressVPN, you will be able to chat directly with a person from the customer support team, while NordVPN will greet you with a chatbot that will try to fix your VPN-related issues. If that doesn't work, NordVPN will include a member of the support team to jump in and help. Honestly, I always found ExpressVPN support to be more reliable and faster to respond, and they don't even use a chatbot. Instead, you can immediately chat with a human and resolve your issues quicker than with NordVPN. Email support is also better on ExpressVPN. It's faster to respond, and you can pretty much chat with the support team back and forth through email with no issues. FAQ sections are included in both ExpressVPN and NordVPN, and this is something to commend given that they're easy to read and troubleshoot the issues you're having. So, in this round, ExpressVPN wins. And finally, let's talk about the pricing. Both VPNs offer 3 plans to choose from. ExpressVPN's cheapest plan is a 1-year plan that comes with a 49% discount and 3 months free, plus a 30-day money-back guarantee that lets you get a full refund in the first 30 days of your purchase. It costs $667 a month, or $99.95 upfront, which is a bit more expensive than the majority of premium VPNs, with the exception of Astral VPN that is very expensive. NordVPN's cheapest offering is a 2-year plan, and at the time of making this video, it costs $367 a month or $99 upfront, where you can also get 3 months free on top of that and a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you want the annual plan, you will see that it's significantly cheaper than ExpressVPN at $492 a month or $59 upfront. The same also applies to monthly plans, in which case ExpressVPN is once again more expensive than NordVPN. If we do the math, things are pretty clear. NordVPN is a cheaper option than ExpressVPN, and even without special deals and discounts, that is always the case, so in this round, NordVPN is a clear winner. Let's conclude our ExpressVPN versus NordVPN comparison now. When we take into account every round of the test, we can see that ExpressVPN wins 5 rounds and NordVPN wins 4 rounds, making ExpressVPN the winner in this battle of the best VPNs. ExpressVPN is faster and has more easy-to-use applications than NordVPN, plus, with better support all around, it's better at solving your VPN-related issues. On the other hand, NordVPN is cheaper, it has more servers, and offers 6 simultaneous connections, when compared to ExpressVPN's 5 simultaneous connections on a single account. One thing is clear, and that is the fact that you won't go wrong with any of these VPNs, simply because they represent the best choices you can get, but since ExpressVPN is a better one, we recommend this VPN instead of NordVPN. Still, if you don't agree with my conclusion, you can also get NordVPN. I left links to both VPNs down in the description that will allow you to claim special discounts on both VPNs and save a lot of money on long-term subscriptions. With everything said, this was all for today's video. We hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button below the video, subscribe to our channel, and stay with us because many more useful videos like this are coming very soon. See you in the next video. Bye.